What does it mean to be an American?
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 What does it mean
What does it mean to be an American?
What does it mean
What does it mean to be an American?
What does it mean to be an American? A seemingly simple question with infinite answers. In 1997, my mother would come to America, alone, hoping to start a career by herself. Leaving my father and sister in India, she'd carve a path for herself in this country. My country. A year later, the remaining 2/3 of the family would come to the US. Like my mother, they'd also create their new worlds in this nation. 3 years later, I would arrive. I'd grow up entirely in this world, the land of the free. Coming from an immigrant family that moved to America with the hopes of better opportunities, I would create an idea of the American dream that reflected the thinking of the thousands of other children of immigrants. Hard work and raw grit would get you far in life. But in 16 years, how has that definition changed? How has America changed? And most importantly, how have I changed?
I would define the American dream as the pursuit of happiness, and I don't think I've fully achieved that yet because I think part of that happiness for me personally is just like either career success or just managing a sustainable lifestyle.
As having the opportunity and the ability to make your own dreams come true and chase after it even if people don't approve of it. I don't think I've really achieved that yet because I'm still in school and I can't really follow what dreams I have. I want to travel, I want to go to college, I want to figure out what career I want for myself, and I'm just definitely not there yet.
I would define the American dream as the ability to create the life that calls to you. And I think I'm in the process of achieving it.
It's a land of opportunities. You can do what you want here. You have the entire freedom, and I have definitely achieved it because my goal, my personal goal was to expand my education and grow in my career. So what I did, how did I come is I had come all the way from India, maybe in 1998, leaving a kid back there. And then I landed up in West Virginia. I got 2 master's degree in there.
Having the opportunity to achieve success. And that would be whatever somebody wants to be successful in. So if that means you want to work on Wall Street, that you actually have that ability to go from nothing to work. And for me, that was never my dream to be wealthy. But I do feel like I have achieved what I would consider the American dream in that I grew up in a lower middle class family and feel like my life is rich and rewarding.
Success, optimism, opportunity. These were the words that outlined the American dream according to my 5 interviewees. Every person I talked to said America was built on some type of ideal similar to the land of the free. Whether each person had achieved the dream was individualistic to them. My generation, full of high schoolers, believed they still had a long way to go. Older millennials noted that they were on their way to reaching the dream, while only people of Generation X had said they'd achieved it. The American dream, something crafted since the dawn of American time. It's calculated, hardworking, and life-enduring to achieve. But the result, happiness, is a goal that everyone yearns for, including myself.
If you just start looking up, you'll find more good things here in this country than anywhere else, including the best drink. Right now, isn't that a pleasant thought?
Look up, America, see what we've got. Let in the sunny side living.
America, one of the most patriotic countries in the world. Yet despite this, when we ask today's civilians, What makes you proud to be in America? A sense of apprehension can be sensed in the face of current national events. A country originally seen as a haven for immigrants, a melting pot. Why does patriotism seem to go down rather than up?
I wouldn't say I'm proud to be in America. I'd say I'm really thankful that I'm here and that my family is here because there's so many opportunities. But I don't think I'm proud of what America stands for necessarily. Like, what we do stand for is like freedom and equality and everything, but I don't think we act upon those values.
Is all the progress that we're always striving towards. Obviously, like, there's still challenges for us, like gender equality and racism, and like there's prejudice against a lot of people. But considering how far we've come in the years, like where we were 50 years ago, and even like 25, 10, like we've made such huge strides towards equality for everyone and everyone being accepted, and I think that makes me really proud to be here.
I think my feelings on that are really mixed. I feel like they have been my whole life. There are definitely things that we hear about, the celebrated freedoms like freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and all of that. So I would say those values make me proud to be here and from this country.
I feel proud to be in America because you can be independent. You don't need to depend on anybody here. So you have been given full freedom of talk, freedom of whatever you think. So that exactly makes me proud.
So, being in America, I'm not actually sure how proud I am of being in America. I'm thankful because I have traveled around the world and I actually feel like we have more freedoms than many people I've seen, but perhaps we don't have as many freedoms as I thought we did when I was growing up.
When I urged people to elaborate on the discomfort I sensed, I specifically brought up types of inequalities within our society, asking, in a day and age where we face issues regarding race, gender equality, religious discrimination, etc., how has your idea of America changed? Or how is it different from the idea of freedom and land of the free it is commonly associated with? How is the idea of America not represented in America?
I think I've become a lot less patriotic in the sense that I don't support a lot of the decisions that our country is making diplomatically, especially with Trump as president, but with obviously a lot of inequality that I've become a lot more aware of. And I would only hear my mom's success stories, but I wouldn't hear the discrimination that she faced as an immigrant here.
I feel that like freedom and land of the free are kind of exaggerated for us because obviously there are people who don't really benefit from that here because of all the hate that they receive. But I do believe that we are so much freer and like there's so many opportunities here for people rather than other places. So
I think just as I've gotten older, I've seen kind of the holes or the flaws where that's not necessarily happening for all groups, which is a sad situation. But I think it gives America an opportunity to revisit those values and the claims that they make and to hold true to those values.
People sometimes treat, especially the Muslims are being treated, the Mexicans are being treated differently, and like aliens who, like me, who come here to study and we get the jobs, people treat us differently.
I now have come to realize that the American dream is not something that everybody has access to, especially people who are poor, who don't have the same opportunities. I feel like I have had amazing opportunities being a part of middle class, but I wouldn't say the same for people who are in the lower class.
If America remains racist and sexist and xenophobic and homophobic, how do we support the land of the free? When I went to go interview everyone, I asked them a question along the lines of, how do you think the American dream and America will change with the new generation? My generation. All of them unanimously agreed that these younger millennials would have the immeasurable power to change the country and make the idea of an American dream more accurate. The impact they could make could be exponentially positive, or they could let the things around them continue to happen. It would be completely up to them. As a final and concluding question for my interviewees and I asked them the overarching idea of what does it mean to be an American? A question so simple, yet so complex.
I think for all of us to be better Americans, we have to be more tolerant and aware of our surroundings so that we can foster better and progressive growth for America.
I think what it means to be an American is, okay, kind of like a cliche answer, but it's like having your own opinions on everything and being able to develop your own thoughts on what the American dream is for yourself.
Being a global citizen that lives in this region of the world. So it means being participatory in the local systems and caring about the local systems, as well as expanding that to a global view.
It means in America, it's like our hands are not tied up, so we are let free and we can do what we want.
It means to be a person who's free and can make choices that will define my future. And I hope that that's what it continues to be.
From interviewing peers and adults from all backgrounds, and over the course of years, I can say that being an American is far more than just opportunity, optimism, and spirit. When we look to define what an American is, we seem to only look to the good. With today's political climate and intensified relations, opinions of our country have become more and more prevalent. For the first time in recent memory, people don't know what it means to be an American, including myself. However, being an American means believing in equality and freedom. But being an American has also resulted in the wage gap, systemic racism, and a president with no credible experience. We as Americans are not perfect. We are not undefeatable. We are not the center of the world. We have problems, but we are individual people who live in a country capable of amazing things.